Hi second graders, today is Thursday and we are here with our math video for today. Before we get started, I want you to notice that at the top of the page it does say that there is a test tomorrow. There is a test on Friday, and I'm holding up this really bright sheet of paper. What is this all about?
The reason you're holding this up is because you guys might have noticed that your test is on this super bright colored paper. This neon yellow paper. You'll see the test in your folder. Our paper is blank right now, but your neon yellow paper will have your test on it. And we're gonna talk about this. If you rewind back to remembering our morning meeting on Monday, we will have already said, don't take your test yet, even though it's in there and you probably wanna take it. You definitely need to wait until you finish the entire week's worth of math so that you're ready to do your best. Ms. Marquardt, should their parents be helping them on this test?
They should not be helping them at all. A test means we want to know what you have learned and what we still need to work on. So if your parents are helping you with money, that's not going to let me know how well you're doing. So please make sure that you are taking this test by yourself and that it gets turned in with your packet on Friday before you turn it in. So it needs to go back in your folder before you bring your packet to school to get your new folder.
Yeah, so if you're a student whose mom, dad, or grown up at home turns in your folder very early on Friday morning, you're gonna need to take the math test maybe Thursday night so that you make sure it's back into your folder before your grown up turns in the folder on Friday.
Okay?
All right, let's go over today's page though.
Yeah, this is really important. So it almost looks like we're going backwards into some of the things that we've learned already, and that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
In fact, today's assignment is all about review so that you're ready to take your test tomorrow. So let's take a look. The entire first page is going to be a set of different problems where you need to count the collection in each box and then write the value in the tiny little box next to it. Now we have a combination of quarters and nickels and dimes and pennies. We have the front of coins, the back of coins. It's a little bit of everything. I'm also noticing that they're all jumbled up in the square, and we're used to them being in a nice neat line for us.
In the real world, the cashier at the donut store is not gonna line up all your coins in order from biggest to smallest. They're just gonna say, plop in your hand, here you go, here's your change, just trust me. And you're gonna need to look at it like this and count it.
And figure out what it is.
Yes.
So we're gonna practice that. Now, we're going to show you one strategy that you can use on your paper while you're counting in a way kind of to do it in your head. But if you still need to draw it out on a separate sheet of paper or on a whiteboard, you are more than welcome to do that. So let's take a look. We're going to just look at the first one. We're going to expect you to do the rest on your own. I'm looking at this collection of coins and I'm noticing that I have a quarter, and it looks like the rest of them are all dimes. The quarter is my largest coin, so I'm going to cross it out, and in my head I'm going to say 25. All right. Now as I count on in my head, I'm going to cross out each of the coins as I count. So again, I have 25 from my quarter. Adding a dime, which is 10, is going to give me 35. Adding another dime is 45. Another dime is 55. And my last and final coin will give me 65. So down below, I'm going to write 65 cents as my answer. Now, I'm noticing that this one is a little bit trickier because we have one of every single coin. So our students are going to need to take their time and really think about the value of each coin before they cross it off.
Exactly, I'm glad you said that. It's important for you to look at all the different coins before you start counting and crossing stuff off. Because if I quickly looked at this and I was like, oh, it's a quarter, 2 dimes, and a nickel. No, it's actually a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny. So you want to make sure you're really assessing what coins are here before you start counting on. Can we do one more with them?
Sure.
Is that okay?
And you know what? Maybe they even want to write the value in the coin before they start counting on. Whatever's easiest for them.
Let's say we did that. 25, 10, 5, and 1. And maybe that helps you count better in your head. So I know this is the biggest one. I'm going to put 25 in my head. The next biggest one is the dime. Plus 10 is 35. Now I have a nickel. So if I had 35 and I add 5 to that, 35, 40. Okay? And then 40 plus 1 cent is 41 cents. So 41, and then do not forget your cent sign. Make sure your C is pointed the correct direction as well. So you guys are going to do the rest of this page on your own. Pause the video if you need to copy this, we're gonna flip it over now to show you a little bit of how to do the word problems on the back.
And please expect to see problems like this on your test tomorrow.
Yes, which you know because you've been looking at it all week probably.
Me too.
All right, this looks similar to yesterday's work.
It does.
Yeah.
In fact, there should be no surprises, and I refuse to give them an answer for these
No,
problems.
we're not gonna give you the answer.
Maybe we could just help them get started.
Okay.
All right. So there's 3 word problems on the back, and it's just like yesterday where we need to draw the picture of what bills and coins we have, and then on the line we're going to be writing the value. So let's take a look.
Are they gonna see something like this on their test?
How did you know?
Had a feeling.
Sarah has 2 quarters, 1 nickel, and 2 $1 bills. How much money does Sarah have?
They put the dollar bills at the end.
They did.
Ugh.
They're messing with us.
Oh my gosh.
But we don't fall for tricks.
No, we don't.
All right.
That's the biggest one.
Especially not the 2 of us together.
No,
We're-
not-
We're pretty good together.
2 heads are better than 1.
All right. So I'm noticing that Sarah has 2 quarters.
Yep.
I see that she has 1 nickel.
Yep.
And what do you got over there?
2 $1 bills.
All right. So we need to start with the largest coin or bill, the largest amount of money, which are going to be those 2 $1 bills.
Let's see what your rectangle drawing skills are like compared to mine.
Mrs. Grant, you are going to be impressed. Here is one of my rectangles.
All right. That looks pretty nice.
Thanks. And I'm going to draw another one,
Wow.
nearly identical,
Yes.
right here. How about that?
They look congruent. That's a math term that means the same.
It is. I didn't give you that much space to draw your quarters and
I don't
nickel,
need as
but
much space as you
okay.
do. That's
All right.
okay. So I'm gonna cross out the dollar bills because we used that. Now we're left with quarters and nickels. Quarters are worth more, so I'm gonna draw my 2 quarters. 1, 2. They're 25 cents each. I'm just gonna write 25 in them. And then I have 1 nickel, which is worth 5 cents. So now everything has been modeled. We're ready to count.
All right, now I don't want to do all of this for them, but I do want to remind you that you are going to be counting on below the values. Maybe we can go like halfway and make them
Okay.
finish. All right, so if I have $1 bill, that means I only have $1. If I have another dollar bill, that means I am going to have $2.
Now we're going to be adding our coins, so we're going to be to the right of the decimal place where the change goes. So if I have $2 and a quarter, that's $2.25. So $2, the decimal says and, you say and when you read a decimal, 25 cents. You guys are going to do the last 2 coins and put those values underneath of it and write your total value over here on the line with your dollar sign.
And then
Finish
they're
that.
also going to finish this page and
Your math test. So if you're on a roll after you finish Thursday's math and you're like, I'm on fire, I just did this, I totally know it's fresh in my mind, and you want to do your math test the same day, by all means, go for it.
do it.
Yeah, that's totally up to you. But maybe you need a break and you want to go like have a snack and play for a while, come back and do it later, you can do that. Maybe you want to wait until Friday morning.
Yeah.
As long as it gets put back in your packet before your parents turn your packet in tomorrow. That's important. Okay?
All right.
Okay?
I
Good?
hope they remember.
You will. I have faith. Yeah.
All right, good luck.